Coach. So you just off the picture at Parkside,
Yeah.
beating Romford 7-0. How was it?
Yeah, good. Yeah, pleasing to get another 3 points on the board. Obviously keeping a clean sheet, which is important, and then being able to get a few goals at the other end. I think that's important. Might not count so much now, but I think over the course of the season, if you can get your goal difference up, I think that can sometimes equate to a bonus point, which might be important towards the end of the season. So I think it's always something that we need to do. We need to try and be ruthless and relentless when we do get on top. And I thought first half we were that. I think a bit slow start, if I'm honest, but I think once we got going, we looked a real threat going forward. Played some good stuff and got 5 good goals. And second half, I don't think you always think, oh, you're going to come out and get 10, 12 goals. It never sort of works like that. But I was pleased that we kept going and then pushed on for the extra couple of goals at the end, which I think are important.
Do you think it was a good performance?
Yeah, I think it's a good performance if you put it in context with having to play in the Christmas period. I think if you look at the Christmas period where you've had games, you've trained on different days and the boys have been off and you know, it's different. So I think on the back of that, obviously, you know, we were disappointed to draw with Tilbury at the weekend, as we said, but I think we have to respect that point and give credit to a bit of Tilbury on the day, because I think they stopped us playing and did their job really, and were worthy of their point as well. So it was important that we backed that draw up today with a convincing win, and we did that, which was quite pleasing.
Yeah, and we had a few different goal scorers today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we look like we can score goals, which is great. You know, pleased that we kept a clean sheet as well. I think that was important. Could get sloppy second half when you're that comfortable, which we didn't. Had a couple of half chances, but we defended properly. That was important. Yeah, I think we're a threat going forward. We look like we can get goals from various different ways of playing and various different people, and which I think is important in any team. And it's important that the boys can chip in, because you know, when you play the tighter games, it's important that someone might have to step up, and centre halves might have to score, or fullbacks might have to get you a goal if your forwards are being shut out.
Yeah, and Kenny started today. And
Yeah.
after a lot of attempts,
Yeah.
the last couple of minutes in injury time, he scored.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think he huffed and puffed Kenny today, and I think the nature of wide players, and Kenny's a flair player, you would call him, I suppose, is, you know, we ask him to work really hard behind the ball as much as possible, but they sometimes take time to get into their rhythm, and they need minutes to do that. And I think obviously it takes a bit of time to get going. I think he started a bit slow, but you could see as the game went on, he got more and more on the ball and had a bit more detail into his play and that. And he hasn't played a lot of football, Kenny, because he's been a bit unlucky, as I said before. So I think the more minutes he sort of gets going, but like I say, I think collectively, I think it was a good team performance, and being able to rest a couple today. And I think if you're going to be successful, you need a squad, and I think that's what we've got at the moment.
Yeah, and we've got Nedge back. He played a little bit at Tilbury, but also Clarkie's back.
Yeah.
Good to have him back.
Yeah, good to have Clarkie back again. Yeah, obviously we've got competition for places, which again is important. Different style of players as well, so that will help us in certain different types of games. And it's down to them a little bit now, really. They've got to perform, they've got to train well. There's a little bit of pressure on people if you've got the shirt, and people want the shirt and people want to play, and it's the nature of it. So I think we've got good players. Obviously it's brilliant to see Billy Crook and Harry Donovan training as well and doing some running. So I think if they come available, then the squad looks like it's got good strength in depth, and we've got cup games hopefully coming up in the Essex Senior Cup next week, so it's going to be important that we have a good strong squad.
Yeah, and finally, have you seen the league table?
Yeah. A few people are trying hard to avoid it. I haven't looked at it myself, but a few people say, brilliant that, you know, we've gone to the top of the league table and results went our way. That's really good, and it's a bit false at the moment because we've played a few more games than other people. But just said to the boys, we don't have to worry about the league table at the moment. We don't have to worry about anyone else. We just got to focus on ourselves, and if we just keep doing our job and just trying to keep winning games and competing in every match, and that's all that matters. Whatever happens at the end will happen, and I think you just got to look after yourself, and I think that'd be the message to the boys. And you can get distracted by looking at fixtures ahead, and we've got this run of games and that run of games, and without sounding boring, I think you just got to take each game as it comes, and you just got to try and compete in every game and be competitive. And there'll be some highs and some lows from now to the end of the season, but I think if we can just keep being professional and competing, then, you know, hopefully at the end of it we end up in the right position, or a position that we'll be proud of. Yeah,
and finally, we're not at Parkside for a while now.
Yeah.
Next week away to Hashtag. Be tough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're on a great run, aren't they? I think they're 6 or 7 undefeated now. They've put themselves in a real good position after a tricky start, and Devs and Joey Keefe have done really well there to get that squad going. Got some good players, got some good flair players who can change games in minutes. I think is quite good, and they've added a bit of bit of steel in their defence, I think, as well. So yeah, it'd be a tough game. Looking forward to it though, because I think they're the type of games you want to play in, aren't they? They're games where both teams are at it, and both teams are on winning streaks, and someone's going to have to lose maybe, or hopefully not a draw. Looking forward to that one and seeing them in action as well. Be good.
Perfect, Scotty. Congratulations today. We'll see you
Brilliant.
next week.
Thank you. Cheers, guys. Thank you.